from the First Alert Weather Team. This is your Meteorology Minute with meteorologist Cody Gottschalk.
When thinking about the day-to-day forecast, it's easy for a native East Texan to think that hurricanes and tropical storms aren't exactly one of our bigger weather worries. But due to instances like Harvey and Ike, there are times when tropical forecasts do matter to us. So let's take a quick look at just what causes a hurricane to form and how they end up in the Gulf of Mexico. So one of the two most important conditions a hurricane needs to grow and thrive is weak upper-level winds. The other important ingredient is warmer water. Generally speaking, hurricanes need sea surface temperatures of at least 82 degrees Fahrenheit to grow and to thrive. So let's monitor a cluster of thunderstorms in the Atlantic that have begun to feed on those warmer waters. Warm, rising air in the storm begins to draw water vapor from the ocean. As the water vapor continues to rise, it condenses into clouds, releasing heat, warming the entire storm environment, and in turn evaporating more water from the surface, which then feeds more water vapor into that storm. This is what we call a heat engine, beginning the growth of those storms. Now, as the storms grow in size, the pressure starts to drop. This causes convergence. As the surrounding air in the region converges into the developing low, a tropical depression is formed. With this structure and perfect conditions for growth, the storm then strengthens into a tropical storm and eventually into a hurricane. So within the global wind flow is a large center of high pressure called the Bermuda High. Atlantic hurricanes will track off toward the west around the Bermuda High where the winds are the strongest. A general track of an Atlantic hurricane can vary wildly depending on the location of that high. If the Bermuda High is further off toward the east, the hurricane will likely turn to the north much sooner and actually spin out into the open Atlantic. But if that high is further out toward the west, there is a chance the hurricane will go through the Lesser Antilles into the Caribbean Sea, eventually arriving into the Gulf of Mexico. So the next time you're planning on heading out to the Gulf, maybe take a look at the latest tropical outlook. You might just have to postpone that trip. I'm meteorologist Cody Gottschalk, and this has been your Meteorology Minute.